Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little word of advice. The way success actually goes is you have to struggle. You have to go to the struggle to actually be where you want to be. But you can't look at where you at now. You have to look at where you're going. That's basically what it's all about. And always keep positive thoughts in your mind. What the hell are you gonna do with a negative thought in your mind? You're always gonna think negatively. You know, I had a lot of friends that always thought negatively, like they thought they didn't have a future, so they was out here robbing and breaking into people's houses. Now they doing time. I mean, didn't have a positive thought going on. I always kept positive thoughts because I knew where I came from. I came from the struggle, and I knew I was gonna succeed. I mean, my own family knew that. They knew I just wasn't gonna be an average person. I hate being average. Being average just means that you're satisfied where you're at. You really don't have any hopes or dreams. So get you a dream. That's all I gotta say. All right. So I know y'all seen that's actually a video for me from 2 years ago, so y'all can actually see the growth if I have any growth in my videos up until now. But I really made that intro just to show you that people come from different circumstances of living environment, or just having a mindset. And what I was talking about, that I had a few Pacific friends that I hung out with. We played sports. We grew up together for the last we was pretty much like 10-year brothers. After 5 years, in the black culture, you pretty much family. It's hard to shy away from that. But anyways, it's just I've dealt with. I'm not racist at all, but I've dealt with so many different races, and I've seen like the difference in how they raise their kids and how they're brought up. And the first thing that started out with me is actually the wealth mentality. What I've seen with the white cultures is that they're taught, to, basically network and get to know people more and invest your money. They're actually taught to invest their money at a young age. I didn't know about anything investment until I left my parents' home, or my mom's home, as you can say. But I just bring that in because people come from a struggle that nobody can understand sometimes, and sometimes those have a lot to do with the cultural base of where you came from. It's crazy how that can separate us, but we're all human. We only have one race on the face of the planet, and that's the human race. But just where you come from can literally determine your whole life in a stereo type of mindset. Literally, just from me being black, people do not expect for me to be a college grad. It's they're way more surprised for me to be a college grad if a Caucasian white person was to say that. And I didn't want to touch up on race at all with this, but I really wanted to do is talk about the mindset of people where I come from. And most of these people are of color, black or brown relations. But the big thing about it is not a lot of us make it out. So when one of us make it out, it's you got to help a whole family of people make it out and show them a different mindset. Some people really think that they will be where they're at for the rest of their life. They don't even dream about having aspirations to go invest money, or save money, or have a nice big house. They don't think that way because the society around them locks them in. It controls their eating, it controls their travel environment, it controls what they do on a daily basis. There's not really much to do from the environment I come from. I come from the south side of Chicago, and kids get really bored. That's why you see a lot of gunplay. That's why you see a lot of petty crimes going on up there, because a lot of kids are bored and their mindset is not set to succeed because they see failure every single day, and gun violence and drug usage. And so for a kid to really make it out of there, and you see me, this is where I come from, you can tell that I have something going on with myself, and I'm very well educated. But a lot of kids don't get that opportunity to become very well educated from the amount of schools they close in Chicago. They close about 50 schools per year in Chicago. And to give y'all something personal, I actually had a friend back in 6th grade. His school closed down, and simply he never went back. And what happened to him is he ended up going to jail. So when you close down the learning environment, it actually leads to other things. It can actually lead to a very dark road for most of these kids, girl or boy. So So I just really want to tell you about the environment of the people of it. It's insane because it's like I don't even know how I really made it out. I had the mindset of them kids. I really didn't think that I was gonna really ever be able to succeed more than my family. I thought we were always going to be equal, and I thought that's just how it was. But once I got obtained other information from self education and listening to more wise people and listening to people that had stuff that I wanted, and I found out that networking that the Caucasian kids, going back to kind of a race topic, but I'm not racist at all. I've mentioned that several times, but with me networking and self-educating myself and really getting out there, it actually unlocked and solved the problem of a kid making it out where I'm from. Because a lot of kids don't even get the opportunity to go to school, with me mentioning that they close 50 schools a year there. But to make a long story short, the mindset of a lot of these people in these, I want to say, poverty areas is that what they see every single day is what they think average life is every single day. And a lot of them never pull away from that, even up until their 20s and 30s. You can probably, you can find a dude in the hood that literally has been doing the same thing for the last 25 years because he's stuck in that mindset. And even when kids try to go to college where I'm from, which is very rare, they go to community college and think they can never get into a university. And this is based off my personal opinion, based off my personal experience. I've had people tell me like, oh, I'm a community college type, I can't really fill in the word, it's the N word, but that's what he, placed on himself. And that was based off the environment of where he came from. It's real. It's a real epidemic of the mindset of what you see. The Caucasian environments that I've went into, it was nothing to worry about. Grass was green. Parents looked like they were living, decent average lives. Everything looked like it was affordable. You got people not knowing where their next meal gonna be coming from. And that can happen in any situation, but I'm talking about the society that I grew up in. You eating the same thing every night. You're not eating anything that can naturally help your body. That's another problem. Kids are not even getting the right type of nutrients that they need. It all comes down to, what we put in our body, how we think and what we surround ourselves around. And what you see every day is what you gonna be, unless you change that. Unless you have the conscience to pull yourself away from that. And I was always different, and people seen me weirdly. The term they used a lot was lame. Oh, he a lame, because I didn't know, or he a square. He do square shit. But that was really just me building myself up for the future, because I knew what this environment could do to you at a young age. I'm talking 8, 9 years old. I'm taking, trains by myself. I grew up in a single parent home, so that you had to learn fast. And then to be in that type of environment where I was from, walking 4 blocks to school in the morning at 8 years old, just really figuring out, how life really is, let me not just shy away from the topic, and I don't even really solidly know what the topic is, but like I probably went on a rant, but I really want you guys to get an understanding of the mindset of people in the hood. I'm going to say it. I'm not even going to be professional. In the hood, it's a lot different. They think a come up is, maybe robbing somebody for, a drug deal or something like that for 20, 30 bands, and, they get rich off something like that. And for people that's not in that environment, it's always getting rich up off of, a lawsuit or the lotto, things that just seem like impossible, things that you have to wait on instead of just, making it happen. A lot of people where I'm coming from, they don't know how to make it happen because they haven't had the self-education to make it happen for themselves. because society has placed a certain agenda on them. And I might be getting too deep now, better watch what I say, but I'm gonna do it because society has placed a certain amount of materials on them that they can access, but are they useful? Are they positive? Can they help them grow in the future? Most of the time it's no. You can go to these neighborhoods and see what they have access to, and you tell me if that's gonna let them grow in the future to build for the kids that's coming up. No, they gonna see the same thing, and it's gonna keep happening over and over again. Nobody wants to step in. There might be a one. Shout out to Chance the Rapper. He's gave $1 million twice to the city of Chicago, but nobody else is doing that. So that's only like a slim amount of help. And I'm not going off the statistics. I'm going off about what I know and what I've seen. Not a lot of people is coming back and giving back because they want it out. But I mean, that's not their fault. We just have to teach these kids that's coming up that there's something else different other than degrading the people that look like you. But that's just a little rant. This is my first video of the New Year's, and I'm going to end it right there because I feel so good, you know, just bringing out myself and what my society is going through and what my old neighborhood is going through, or, you know, just what people that look like me is going through every single day. There'll be a lot of other topics, broadly motivational videos or just general information about society of what I see. Obviously, you can leave comments down below and we can chop it up from there. Follow the page, share, like, whatever. I'm out. See ya.